I do think that at the end of 1919 and the beginning of 1920, to the degree that anybody was the chief executive of this country, it was Edith Wilson. In October of 1919, Woodrow Wilson had a massive stroke. His whole left side was paralyzed. He was really at death's door for a good week. The treatment for stroke at the time was that the patient couldn't be stressed, face bad news. They couldn't make hard decisions. What does a president do all day? A president is stressed. A president makes hard decisions. In Edith's version, the only recourse open to her was to do his job for him. Edith, the First Lady, Cary Grayson, the President's doctor, and Joe Tumulty, whose title was secretary, but he was the chief of staff. Together they lied to the press, the public, the cabinet, the Congress, to the President himself. He never knew how sick he was.
Senate and House, were they questioning what the heck's going on here?
They did start asking questions. Most notably Albert Fall, who was a senator from New Mexico. Fall insisted on going to the White House to check up on the president. And it's this banana scene where Edith and Dr. Grayson and Joe Tumulty sort of staged this Weekend at Bernie's moment where they kind of propped the president up in bed. He was in bed. And they pulled the covers up over his left side so no one could see that he was paralyzed on that side. Senator Fall says, "I've been praying for you, Mr. President." And Woodrow Wilson says, "Which way, Senator? Wah, wah." And it turned out it was a good day. Spring of 1920, when he really hadn't been seen in public at all for months on end, the press did start to push. If he's not okay, we need to know that. And if he is okay, let us see him. And so what do Edith and Cary Grayson do? Propped him up in a car and kind of wedged him in a corner so he wouldn't tip over, and they drove him around town. That was how they satisfied the critics. You hear stories about first ladies covering up for bad health in their husbands all the time. You hear it about Eleanor Roosevelt, you hear it about Jackie Kennedy, you hear it about Jill Biden. Woodrow Wilson waved to a crowd at Union Station in late September 1919, went to the White House, had a stroke, and was not seen in public until April of 1920. The scope and scale is so radically different from those other examples of first ladies covering their husband's health that it really can't be compared.